What's up, man? It's your big brother K Reno. I want to shout out to my homie Kofi from Kofi's Universe. Y'all make sure to subscribe to his channel and support everything he got going on because he be dropping that knowledge. Yeah.
Any run-ins with Suge Knight? Did he try to like say, yo, can I sign you or some shit? Because
Suge called Sheik mom's crib when we was in when we was young, right when the Bad Boy deal was on the table.
Oh, before you signed the Bad Boy, he heard that you were signing.
Somehow he heard, and we was in Sheik's crib watching Video Music Box, and Suge called his crib. Luch must have been like, hold on, coming, yo, it's fucking Suge on the phone. So we like, what? And he like, I remember they said, yo, we want to sign. They never even heard us. They just must have, because Puff was about to sign us. So he like, yo, y'all can get on a red eye tonight with however many people you want to come over here with. I could fly out tonight, da-da-da. We thought about it. We was like, we can't do that. It wouldn't have been, when it was all said and done, it wouldn't have been a good look. It wouldn't have. Might have worked for the men, but it probably wouldn't have worked overall for the, you know what I mean?
Nah,
you gotta represent over here.
You're absolutely right. You know.
But then after I got on, after I'm in the game popping, everywhere I would come, it's like, as soon as I get my bags from baggage claim, they was calling them. And everywhere I had to be, he was popping up. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't on no shit. He was just everywhere I was at. But he wasn't on no type of time. Definitely was. I think he already had a relationship with D and them, so he knew how I was gonna go down.
He did have a relationship with D.
Yeah, he had a relationship already.
Yeah, he did. And he was cool with Irv, too. He was cool with a couple of people. Pistol Pete was hanging out in L.A. with him everywhere. Yo, these guys, this is crazy, man. These guys hang out together, right? This shit is nuts.
YouTube salute. Jadakiss was talking about the Locks almost signed to Death Row, but he's so happy they did it. New to my channel, thumbs up the video, hit that sub button, click that bell icon to be notified when I upload new content and go live. So, Fat Joe and Jadakiss podcast, it's dope. I like the podcast. Fat Joe be telling these ludicrous stories. I'm like, huh? All right, whatever, homie. I'll just be laughing at him because he loves to hear himself talk. But anyway, though, I remember Sheik Luch talking about this maybe, I want to say about 12 years ago on Vlad channel, Vlad TV. He talked about it. And Styles P mentioned it before, maybe about, I want to say about 8 years ago. He was on Drink Champs. He talked about it. And if they would have signed to Death Row, it wouldn't work out. They probably would have never dropped the project. I'm not even going to lie. Because this is like what? The Locks' first studio album came out in 98, right? Okay, they signed to Bad Boy in late 96. So let's say late 96. No. They signed to Bad Boy in 96, like early 96. This is like when Biggie and Tupac had beef going on. They was already on Bad Boy. I apologize. So let's say the beginning of 96, that's when Suge Knight wanted them. Yes, you had Tupac over there. Yes, you had Snoop Dogg getting ready to drop his second studio album. The Dog Pound is hot as hell as a dual group. A lot of things is going on for Death Row. So I felt like they would have fit in, but they would have not released the album because Suge Knight, man, he got so much other shit going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, they'd have been lost in the sauce. It would have been one of those what if situations. I mean, signing to Puffy and trusting their instincts to go to Bad Boy was the best thing for them. Yes, they was able to work with Big before he made his transition, got murdered. Yes, Puffy screwed them over with the publishing, and they end up, doing their free locks get out the contract so they can go to Rough Riders. So it all worked out how it was supposed to work out. Suge Knight, he's not just a businessman. That fool was just a con artist. So he don't give a damn about people. Suge Knight was just trying to monopolize the rap industry. He was trying to have everybody over there. which I mean, it is what it is, but you can't drop all those albums like that. And I felt like they had the momentum at one point, Death Row, but when Tupac was murdered, the momentum went out the window because in '96, Machiavelli came out '96 November, right? And Snoop Dogg came out 2 weeks after that. 2 weeks after that, or we got like 2 weeks after that. So my thing is with that momentum, it just went out the window. Corrupt ended up leaving. Remember, Corrupt as his solo album in '98 came out late '98, summer '98. Corruption, 2 discs. That was on his record label. That was on Corrupt record label. Daz stayed. Daz dropped that Revenge, Retaliation, Redemption album. He dropped that album over there. I know they ended up signing Crooked Eye, aka King Crooked, but Death Row really wasn't doing nothing really after that. Snoop was already on No Limit. He left. Because remember, Master P brought him out. So they didn't really have nobody. Even if Locks was over there, it would just been a weird situation. Now, they wasn't gonna get punked. That's one thing that's not gonna happen. They wasn't gonna get no punk because not only they Suge Knight had respect for Irv Gotti, he had respect for D for Rough Riders, but Sheik, Styles, Kiss, they'd have been scrapping it. Hey, Suge Knight would have had to have his hands full. They I could picture Styles coming out with the shank, y'all. He coming out with the shank. Huh, 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 sit your big ass down. I could picture Sheik Luch throwing those gorilla blows at Suge Knight. And Kiss, man, he probably would have been out in there full. I'm being silly, but no, everything worked out how it was supposed to work out. There was a lot of artists that could have went to Death Row. I remember DMX. DMX almost went to Death Row. A lot of people don't know about that. DMX almost went to Death Row. This was like this is right before the Locks got signed to Bad Boy. He almost went to Death Row. They entertained it. His people, whatever. It didn't happen, but that would have never worked out. So, like I said, yes, I know Suge was trying to build his brand, and Death Row at one point was working because you had Dre, Snoop, the Dog Pound, Murder Was a Case soundtrack, Above the Rim soundtrack. Tupac coming over there. Lady of Rage ended up coming out in what, 97, 98. Daz came out 98. It still wasn't going to work. It still wasn't going to work, y'all, because Suge Knight, he had one hand in the rap game, but his main hand was in the streets doing asinine shit. So shit was never going to work, and I'm so thankful that the Locks was able to take their career to Rough Riders, venture off with solo albums, great mixtapes, and make a name in hip hop history. Post your comments below. Hope smash Black Panther the like button, subscribe to my channel. Click the bell icon to be notified when I upload new content and go live.